In a sports world where fans are pretty much had it with officiating, more leagues need to take a page out of the XFL's playbook when it comes to officiating transparency and video review speed. Well, Dean Blandino is the league's vice president of officiating and rules innovation, and he's here to talk about how the XFL is getting it right. Dean, before I get into the questions, I just got to tell you a quick story real quick. It was watching the games on ESPN. They cut to you and a colleague at the command center. You guys are very transparent with the on-field official, got it done, the catch, all that. You told him where to place the ball. I mean, I think that's the type of transparency and fan engagement that the league is looking for. So what were the conversations like with the XFL and ownership about officiating and video replay when heading into the season?
That was a big thing. You mentioned the transparency. That's what we're all about, because a lot of times when we see a call, whether it's replay or a call that's made on the field, we don't understand the why. And that was important to us. It was important to us to have those decisions made in our command center where we've got a small group of people, myself, another colleague, and we can make those decisions and then let people listen and see the process. Because whenever you can see the process and listen in, you may not always agree with the call, but at least you understand why. And you can see kind of the conversation, what we're talking about. And that was so important. It was really one of the pillars for the XFL was that transparency, because we feel like that's going to keep our fans engaged, and it's just going to be a better and more enjoyable experience for them.
Yeah, the engagement had me hooked. I was sitting there yelling. Don't worry, I was yelling like, Dean, tell him it was a catch. Toe drag swag. Don't worry, I didn't say any bad words or anything. But yeah, that's that engagement. So when we're talking about officiating and the video replay process in the XFL, can you kind of talk to the fans on how it's different from what we're used to seeing in the NFL?
Yeah, so it's similar to what the NFL does in that we're bringing in all of the camera feeds, the individual camera feeds. So we have access to everything immediately. So if you're watching the game at home or wherever you're watching the game, you can only see what they're going to put on the broadcast. So they may be showing the fans celebrating or the players celebrating. We're actually looking at the video immediately following the play, and we can access the different angles. And then we can communicate to our officials in real time what's going on. What's different about what we're doing in the XFL, our system, the Bolt 6 system, is all cloud-based, which is a little bit different than what the XFL does. And we really feel like we've got a great technology. We've got great partners in Bolt 6, and it allows us to be really efficient. That's the goal. Obviously, we want to get it right, but we want to be efficient as well, because when you're watching the game or you're sitting in the stadium or you're sitting at home, we don't like those continued interruptions. And when we do interrupt the game, we want to be quick in and out and keep the game moving.
So this type of transparency and officiating and the replay, your system process, has the NFL been in contact with you guys about how you're getting it done? And do you think that the NFL should, because it could make the game a lot better?
Yeah, we've had good conversations with the NFL. I worked for the NFL for a long time, so we've got some really good relationships. And yeah, a lot of conversations. I think the NFL, it's not as simple as saying you can pull the curtain back for the NFL completely. We have one game at a time. The NFL, in an early window, you might have 8 or 9 games going on at Sunday, at 1 o'clock Eastern. So that's a little bit of a challenge to say you're going to be able to listen in and do everything that we're doing in the XFL. But I think more transparency would definitely help the NFL. You think about the Super Bowl and people debating whether that was a foul at the end of the game with defensive holding. Anytime you could be more transparent and at least explain it, the why, I think that helps.
Was it a hold? And explain it in your words. How would you say?
Yeah, by rule, look, it's a hold. What the officials looking for there, they're looking for a jersey grab, and it's not pass interference where the ball has to be catchable or the contact has to occur downfield. That's holding. That can occur at the line of scrimmage. It occurs before the pass. The official's looking for that jersey grab. The official saw that jersey grab. I think James Bradbury came out and said, "Hey, I did hold. I was just hoping they didn't see it." And that's I think we all wanted to see that game with Jalen Hurts with the ball, maybe see how it played out, but it was a foul and the official called it.
Well, that's the speed and transparency that we definitely need. That's why you get paid the big bucks and you're on ESPN. Dean, thanks for joining us, man.
All right, thanks.